Hello and welcome to this edition of Explore You. I'm here with Amera Fattah, presidential candidate for Student Body President. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. So I just wanted to get right into it. And what previous experience have you had that would qualify you for this such a big position? Because this is a very large position.
Absolutely, and our qualifications are something that we take pride upon. I'm currently the Student Services Director for Student Congress, which is ultimately what it says, student services. Do anything to enhance students' experience here at Oakland. So that is one thing. I also serve as the University Affairs Committee position for Oakland University to represent for Student Association of Michigan, which is ultimately a student congress for all the student congresses here in Michigan. That, as well as I serve as a student representative for Student Life Lecture Board. Last year I was a part of Student Life Lecture Board and I planned the Blake Makowski speaking event. So I have event experience, I have marketing ideas. My resume is actually a variety of things, from interning, media relations. So ultimately there's a variety of things that got me to this position. I feel like I'm a well-rounded person and a well-rounded candidate.
Well, you're definitely not lacking any experience, that's for sure. Well, your platform is kind of the next thing I wanted to get into. I know you're very passionate about it. So can you explain to the audience what it entails?
Absolutely. So our platform is a very extensive platform, and it's available at voteou2013.com. There are 9 core concepts to our platform, and it's organized for our purposes, but also for students to find something that appeals to them. So the 9 core concepts are OUSC relations, community connections, sustainability, transportation efforts, technology advancement, facilities, campus life, residence life, and student commentary. And it sounds like a lot, but we wanted to make sure we covered everything. And it's very much realistic because our qualifications have set us up for that. We wanted to make sure that it's a well-rounded platform. It's campus-centric and it's student-centric. And we added the 9th core concept of student commentary to make sure that students' voices are always heard. There's that position there for students to know that they're going to be heard, and that things that they want or need to see on campus are going to be addressed with the 9 core concept.
So you have 9 core concepts, and if you could only pick one thing to focus on, if you had a small amount of time in office and you said, I just want to make sure that this one thing gets done, what would that be?
That's a great question. We organized it on short-term and long-term and realistic priorities, and I think to us, because one thing even with our campaign efforts, we want it to be a reflection of if we were in administration. And one thing that we're really pushing is making the connection. Because if we can get the students to make the connection to something here on campus, whether it's getting involved, whether it's pushing for more initiatives, whether it's working with administration, they ultimately will be able to find solutions for initiatives they might have here on campus. So if it's one thing, it's getting students to find a place of home.
And you definitely are very involved on campus, and would you say that has made you more qualified for this position with all of your experience on campus, or do you think that students, what would you say to basically someone who wants to get involved on campus and you're basically saying, look at all what I've done and now I'm running for student body president?
Right. Well, ultimately I started as a student here who came here from Tennessee, and I was like, all right, what do I do? Where do I start? And you start somewhere and you build upon it. And I think there are so many leadership opportunities here at Oakland University, which is ultimately why I chose to attend Oakland University. So I did start there, and it's not just about the amount of things that I'm involved with here on campus. It's about the character, it's about the initiatives, it's about the intentions that our team brings to the table. I think that it goes more, we take a lot of pride in our qualifications and our platform as well, but it takes character, it takes staying true to yourself, and that's one thing that we've brought forward. The ability, we might have experience, but how is it going to actually affect if we were in administration?
Well, you definitely seem like you have all these goals, you have 9 core concepts, but if you had one final push and you said, if you had a student right here that said, I'm an undecided voter, I don't know who I really want to vote for, what would you say to that person and say, I want you to vote for me?
Undecided voter, listen up. So I think it's really important for you to take the time and research. Take the time to check the facts and look at what sets candidates apart. If the candidates were to have the same exact platform, what sets them apart? Is it the qualifications? Is it the character? Is it the integrity that they lead with? How does their platform appeal to you, but how can they solve the things on their platform? Take the time to educate yourself. I challenge you to go out there and ask people. find out what sets people apart and find out what sets us apart. What we want to bring to the table is realism. We have positive connections with administration. We want to continue that. It's not so much about saying, this is the problem, let's change everything. It's more so about, this is what we have, let's celebrate it. And that is something that Fattah Arellano, myself and Maria Arellano take pride upon. It's about our qualifications. It's a promising qualification, and it's a promising platform. And we'll continue leading that way.
All right, and if you want to find out more information about your platform real quick, where could you go?
Connect with us. We're available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as YouTube videos at Vote OU 2013.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Amera, for being here today. And that does it for this edition of Explore OU. We'll see you guys next time.